So here we're going to look at the money tree for psychometric recruitment. At the offset, let me state that psychometricrecruitment.com does not issue any credit, neither to employers or to vendors. So here's how the money flows. A client can pay in two ways. So they can pay online, in which case they get instant access to their reports, and an online payment is done via their control room, and 50% of that goes to the vendor and 50% goes to psychometric recruitment itself. How we manage that is we create a vendor's account within psychometric recruitment, and their commissions are reconciled at the end of each month. If a client is paying offline with a check, then they would pay that directly to the vendor, and it is the vendor who then has the decision whether they extend credit to that client or not. If they want to give that client instant access to reports for an order before they receive their check, then it's up to the vendor to do that. If they wish to do so, then they go into their own control room and they can effectively pay for that order on behalf of their client via their own control room. If there is sufficient funds there, then that's not a problem, i.e. there's accrued commission from other sales enough to cover the new order. If there isn't, and the vendor still wishes to go ahead, then they can go into their own control room and top up their balance in their account. If the vendor doesn't want to extend credit and is simply going to wait until the check clears, then they effectively are not extending any credit, and they get their money before they top up the balance, and therefore the only downside is that the client has to wait for whatever length of time it takes for the check to be raised and cleared to the vendor. So if that's the case, if the vendor is paying online on behalf of the client, then the vendor actually goes to their own control room and makes an online payment on their client's behalf. So the couple of things to note here is psychometric recruitment does not extend any credit either to vendors or employers. All payments to psychometric recruitment are made online. There are no offline payment facilities. Clients may pay offline, but when they do so, they pay the vendors by check or by offline methods. However, the vendor always has to make their payments to psychometric recruitment online.